What you're looking at here is the completed bag 1 of the LEGO Technic M1000 RR motorcycle. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but this is like the heart of it. The engine is inside here and everything. Like, this was why I'm excited about this and why I felt this sense of accomplishment and why I love to share things like this, because I like to try to motivate other people to get into things that maybe are outside their comfort zone. I look at this set and I see nothing but a challenge, something that's going to take all of my attention, and this absolutely did. You can see inside there just all this stuff that's going on. You're probably impressed by this chain. I mean, how could you not be? That's 62 links of gold. Nonetheless, this is where I finished up last night, and I love Technic not only for the fact that it does take all of my concentration and I can get fully invested into it and I feel like it's therapeutic, but also because you just have to have faith in the process. You just have to believe that the person that designed this, all these random pieces that are going on here in every little direction, and all these gears and cogs and pins and things, all of them are serving a greater purpose that'll eventually turn into something great. And as you can see behind me, it eventually will, but it's going to take 4 more bags. This one actually went pretty well, I think. At the end of it, I check every single step. This is how I do my process with LEGO Technic, and this is why this isn't a short, because I can never fit this in 59 seconds. When I look at a step, I grab the pieces for it and I put the step together most times. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself and I just start building. And I must have done that one time on this, because when I was done, I had all these pieces left over, which is normal. You always have like one of these tiny little pieces, but one of them, there were 2. And I was like, that's not good. So I went through all of the steps looking for this one little red, I don't know what you call them. It's that little guy right there, but it wasn't that easy. It wasn't that one. It was one that was a little bit inside there, and I eventually found that. And I was like, how the heck am I gonna get that? So I'm like looking down in there, and I try like putting my finger down, just drop it in. It falls right through the entire thing, and I have to shake it to get that piece back out. And this is like a lesson that you don't wanna mess up LEGO Technic, especially ones like this, where it's so hard to go back. I would say that's probably the same for any LEGO Technic set, because this isn't just like built up or sideways. This is built every way. This is like a massive Technic, just like I mentioned earlier. So what ultimately I ended up doing was kind of seeing like an opportunity where I could just kind of like take this top part off right here, which I did, and then I took this off, and that piece that I replaced is like right inside there. I found it in the manual by some act of God. Just dodged my first bullet on this bullet build. That piece right there, I forgot to put on. Luckily, I only had to take a couple things off to get to it, and it's fixed. I was tempted to be like, I might just leave it off. But then I was like, no, this thing has to be built to spec. It would kill me to know that there's a piece that's not properly put onto this. So luckily I was able to put that on. It wasn't a catastrophic incident. I remember with the Bugatti, everything was great with that. I remember with my LEGO Technic Porsche, which you can actually see right up there. Love wide angle lenses. That one I made a mistake, but it was another one where I was able to kind of just get in there barely and like wedge it in, and it fixed itself. But man, that was like a sense of accomplishment with me completing this. And some of you guys are probably like, Greg, I build Technic sets in my sleep. But for me, being a rather low-skilled builder, and I'm not ashamed to admit that, this, like when I was done with it, and especially when I got to this certain step where I started moving all these gears inside here, they no longer move as freely as they once did. You can see a few of them moving there if I move that beautiful chain. But everything was just like moving the way it was supposed to, and I was just like, yes! Here, I'll give you a little sampling there. You can see maybe you can't see it. You can see the engine things moving. At least I'm imagining that they're moving. Bag 1. That is 20% of this set. And I only have 80% left to go. That's what I'm telling myself. But again, this is like tickling all the right places in my brain. And maybe LEGO does that for you too, where you're building something and you're just like, this is what I love to do. I'm not saying that I'm going to become a Technic-detector, because I do love traditional LEGO. Like, I would say I probably love the cars that are behind you right now more than the Technic ones. Like, these ones are just, I just think they look great when they're done and they're on display, particularly if you can't see the dust because I'm using this wide angle lens. But this, like, every once in a while, it just feels right to build something out of Technic. So there is my pitch to you. If you're ever thinking about getting into LEGO Technic, maybe not the best place to start, right? Don't get yourself a $200 or $300 set or higher. Looking at you, Lambo. Get something easy, build it up, see how you feel about it. Get yourself like a $12 Technic set, if they even make them for $12 anymore. They're probably like $20 these days. Get yourself a small one and be like, I see what Greg was talking about. He's not just a great Lego builder, he's also a great recommendation-er. He's also a great influencer, if you will. And yeah, just give it a shot and see if you like it. And then 2 days later, you'll probably be building this and you'll do it faster and better than me. And then you'll have this thing done. And instead of just doing weekly videos where you update people by the bag, which I'm planning to do with you, you'll just have it done like the next day. And you'll make yourself a little TikTok or something. You'll be like, guys, look at this. And you'll have some crazy music playing. You'll have the oh no music playing when you, the worst song ever made, by the way, when you try to move all the gears and then like nothing happens and you realize you have 17 pieces left over. That could be your future too. Thank you so much for tuning in and enjoying my LEGO Technic update. I'm sure it was thrilling. If it was, leave a like. If it wasn't, you can unsubscribe. No, stay. We can still be friends. I hope you guys have a glorious rest of your day. And I'll see you probably not in a LEGO Technic video. It'll be like a week between then. We'll do some other fun stuff in the meantime that everyone actually likes. You're clicking on other videos to watch. If you're wondering how this thing fits onto the motorcycle, it's actually this. That's like, this is the front. And then that's the back as evidenced by the chain, which will be on the back there. It's on the other side. You can't see it from here. All right, see you guys.